This is TWiT.
SmugMug news got very interesting a few months ago. You announced you were buying Flickr. How did that come about?
You know, I have been a giant fan of Flickr and a fan, quite frankly, of the founding team for a long time. They launched a little over a year after we launched, so early 2004. And I got to know Stuart and Katerina and Cal and some of those folks early on because they were, like we felt like we were, they were upending the paradigm of photo sharing online.
Right.
And their emphasis was a little different than ours. It was really community focused, but there was a lot of overlap too. They were trying to make photos a lot bigger than sort of the postage size thumbnails that you could get at Snapfish or Shutterfly or whatever. And they were really photographer friendly. And those were things that we respected and saw sort of kindred spirits in. And so, you know, over the last few years, as we've watched Flickr continue to be a major force in the industry, occasionally I would be in a conversation with somebody at Yahoo, and I just mentioned that, you know, I loved Flickr and hoped it was still doing well, and if there was ever an opportunity to collaborate or something, that we should talk. And it turned out that eventually there was an opportunity to collaborate, and we were thrilled to make that connection and make this happen.
Of course, Stuart Butterfield ended up selling Flickr to Yahoo. He went on to create Slack, so he's doing fine. Yahoo did not really seem to know what to do with Flickr. Flickr really continued on as much because of its enthusiastic fans as anything else. And the difference between Flickr and SmugMug is SmugMug is a place to show your photos. Flickr is where you show your photos and, I think, ask for comments. It's really about getting feedback from it's from the community. It's more of a community than a portfolio, say. And I kind of use it that way. I put photos on both. I always have, but I use Flickr as a place to kind of put stuff. You know, we have a tech guy group on Flickr where every month our photography guy Chris Marquardt gives us an assignment. Right now, it's to illustrate the word or concept hand. People upload images to the tech guy group on there. There's 11,000 people in that group, and then he picks some and reviews them. Flickr's perfect for that. I understand that once Yahoo was sold to Verizon and became Oath, they probably said, well, where did you get a good price, I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, you know, I think we're very happy with the deal, and I think Verizon and Oath and Yahoo are all really happy too. I think this is a great outcome for all the interested parties.
Couldn't be. I was overjoyed when I heard it because your stewardship of this site will guarantee that whatever happens to it, at least it's happening because photography fans, people who understand and love photography, are doing it, as opposed to some mammoth corporation that's trying to monetize a site or figure out what to do with a site where they don't really get the people. But I think this is a big bite for you to chew here, right?
It sure is, yeah. I mean, Flickr is just staggeringly huge. SmugMug is relatively large size. We have billions of photos and a really big footprint in that community and in terms of traffic, but it's dwarfed by Flickr. Yeah. And that's really exciting for me. Not only is the opportunity exciting, but the challenge is exciting. I get fired up by challenges, and this is certainly going to be a big, fun, exciting one.
So what happens? Does Tim Armstrong or somebody bring a computer over to the house and say, here, it's all yours? I mean, how does this happen? Has it even happened yet? We own Flickr now, and we just opened new offices, and the Flickr team is hard at work in their new offices, and that's really exciting. We've never had offices in San Francisco before, now we do, so that is awesome. But obviously, I still log on through Yahoo to get to Flickr, though, don't I?
You currently do. We are hard at work on making that be whatever login you want. So bring any email address you want, and maybe even some of the most well-known social logins or whatever. So we are going to disconnect from Yahoo's membership and identity system as soon as we can. And as you can imagine, Flickr does not fit on a single computer. So Tim does not show up with a computer and hand it to me, and we're like, okay, we're good.
Hey, put it in the closet over there. Power it up.
The good news is we have some experience doing these kind of migrations before. So SmugMug used to be in 5 data centers, and we moved all of them into AWS. We've been 100% AWS for a number of years. And then we have helped 2 other companies, photo sharing companies, not at Flickr's scale, but certainly large scale, PictureLife and Fanfare, also make similar moves. So it's kind of in our DNA being able to take stuff out of data centers if they're photo related and put them into AWS. So we're hard at work on that transition now. It's going to take some time because Flickr is huge. It's not, like flipping a switch or delivering a computer, but we're hard at work on that now. And the good news is we think that'll result in some pretty big improvements in terms of Flickr's performance and scale and availability and all those sort of things.